Michael Krosinski was the creator of Babylon 5, and a few weeks ago in a video I told you guys how he was emigrating to the UK. But he's been talking about Doctor Who. Could he be the new showrunner, or is it just very coincidental timing that they might need a new showrunner? Welcome to the Tachyon Pulse podcast.
Our Tachyon pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.
Michael Krosinski is an excellent writer. He's done comics, he's done series over the years, etc. And he brought us Babylon 5, a series I adore. And he is in the UK. He actually emigrated here a few weeks ago. Now, during a video of telling you about this, I suddenly thought, wouldn't that be a brilliant idea for him to do Doctor Who? Is it just a coincidence, the timing, that he's emigrating to the UK just as we know Doctor Who is going on a break and we believe Russell T Davies is about to lose his job as showrunner? Well, he's actually come out on his Twitter feed and said, look, no, I haven't already got the job. That's not why I came here. I've come here because I want to do something on British television. And I think he was implying that they needed a change. You know, and he's always loved British television, he loves British culture, and he just wanted to come over. I sort of hinted on that video that it is very coincidental timing, but I think the one thing we can say about Michael Krosinski, if you follow him on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it nowadays, is he's very honest. He says what he thinks. He aimed some of that saying what he thinks at me once when I said something I didn't like, but turned out to be true, but I still got called a bad name. But he is passionate on X. He will tell you exactly what he thinks. So, what has he been saying now about Doctor Who? He has basically said he loves Doctor Who. He would love to be the showrunner, but he hasn't been asked. But if they did ask, he would jump at it. So, BBC, Bad Wolf, do you need his phone number? I follow him on Twitter. I can send it you. But he did follow up with another thing, though. He did actually say, would British fans accept an American running the show? Well, there will be people that don't like the idea. I will admit that. But England's football team at the moment, our national football team, has a German at the helm. And even though there are a few raised eyebrows at that, a German, we don't traditionally like the Germans. Not just because of two, minor wars, but also because their football team keeps beating us. And I remember actually generally watching it once where we beat them 5-0. And there was basically a national holiday. We loved it. So to have a German as the manager for the England national team is a challenge for us, but we haven't kicked off. There's been no rioting in the streets. There's been no hate mail or etc, etc. We just accept it, and don't get me wrong, if we then lose, we will point to the fact that he's German, but it'll be fine. We wouldn't have a problem, I don't think, accepting an American doing Doctor Who, even though, as I said, there will be some raised eyebrows. But to be honest, Doctor Who has gone through such a difficult time in the last couple of years, and Russell T Davies returning was heralded as the rebirth of Doctor Who. I think it would actually give an optimism to the series. I actually think at this point they need to remove Russell T Davies. It's not even if they want to now. They've got to if they want Doctor Who to survive. It is at its lowest ebb right now. It's literally bottom of the barrel time. Squeaky bum time. Whatever you want to call it. If you want to have a future for Doctor Who. We potentially have a new Doctor. Billie Piper is not the Doctor, I don't think. Billie Piper is going to be an intermediary thing. I actually think she's the TARDIS. But we've got Billie Piper that's going to create some excitement, even though a lot of people, have sort of questioned it and gone, oh, it's just an attempt to get excitement and it's a Hail Mary pass, even I said it was a Hail Mary pass. And it's not really the Doctor, so I think most people, me included, are like, I like this idea. I want to know where it goes. I will watch it. It will get a bump in audiences when they finally get us to get season 3 or a Christmas special, whatever it is they're planning to do with Billie Piper, as soon as the BBC figure out how to pay for it. But another thing they need to do, I think, is part of a total rebuild, really, of the franchise at this point, is to get a new showrunner. And I genuinely think they could do worse than JMS. JMS, as I said, he is a massive fan of British television. He actually says a lot of British TV, like Doctor Who in fact, was what got him into writing in the first place. He listed, again, a bunch of American shows he adored that really sort of taught him or sort of moulded what sort of a writer he would be in the future. But a lot of them are British shows, like Sapphire and Steel or Space 1999, things like this. He has a passion for these shows. He understands what these shows are. And just the fact that he was born on the wrong side of the pond, for me, doesn't really matter. If he came to this and Doctor Who project with a new energy, a new excitement, then I actually think it could be a rebirth for Doctor Who. But not just that. Doctor Who does need a partner. They do need a production partner that they would give the international rights to for, a fee. Similarly, they've done with the Disney deal. Doctor Who is quite an expensive show to make, particularly for the BBC. It's not like an expensive show for Disney or Amazon, but it is a relatively expensive show to make. It's not Star Trek expensive, but it's, there's a cost. For the BBC, it's quite an expensive show to produce, so they want an international partner. I'm being told that through Sony, who owns Bad Wolf, that could be Amazon. Sony have a very good working relationship with Amazon. Or, if Netflix came knocking, you'd snatch their hands off, as far as I'm concerned. It's a show that could fit on Netflix very well. If you're going to, though, sell to an American partner, what's one good way of sort of opening that door a little bit? Having an American showrunner. An American showrunner that's had success with TV projects in America in the past. Now, okay, JMS Babylon 5 was his most popular thing, but he's been writing comic books and doing other things for years. He has a very good resume when it comes to writing movies, co-writing TV series, etc., etc. He's done it all. And another thing, and the point I'll make here, Babylon 5 was done on a shoestring. It was done for no money. JMS is a showrunner that knows how to do that. Doctor Who needs that. Now, JMS is also been pointed at by people that shout woke at these things and said he's a woke writer, he's a thing. I don't think he is. I think he's the perfect sci-fi writer in that he explores people's feelings, he explores spirituality, he explores a social culture, etc. But he doesn't necessarily go too far with it, in my opinion. He balances it in a real world kind of way. That these issues are part of our lives. He reflects that in his television. But I don't think, as I say, he goes too far. I think he knows how to do a space opera, and for it to have layers and feelings and heart. That's what I actually think JMS could bring to Doctor Who. So is it a coincidence that he's moved to the UK just as Doctor Who may be looking for a new showrunner? Yeah, I actually believe him when he says that he hasn't come here with any firm deals or offers on the table. He's come here to look for basically a British show that he'd love to do. Is it fortuitous, though, that he has done at this point in time? I actually think BBC and Bad Wolf could do much, much worse. So, yeah, maybe, just maybe, JMS should take over at Doctor Who. And hey, if he saves the institute that is Doctor Who, let's give him a bloody knighthood. Sir J. Michael Krosinski. Why not? But guys, get into the comments, tell me what you think. Is J. Michael Krosinski, and I know I keep saying his name wrong, I can't say his name properly. I've tried. I can't do it. I do not have the verbal Olympic whatever to do it. I can't get my tongue around it. So JMS. Do you think JMS would actually make a really good showrunner for Doctor Who? And more importantly, do you think Doctor Who needs a new showrunner? Or should Russell T Davies be given another series? Another crack at the whip? Get into the comments and tell me what you think. Personally, I just think it needs a clear out. It needs a fresh start. It can't get any worse for Doctor Who at the moment. It's actually, we're at a point now where Doctor Who as a thing is at risk. You need to move on. So get into the comments and tell me exactly what you think. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. It really helps us out, and you'll never miss any of our new videos. Also, you can become a member of the channel, and that way you get to see a lot of our videos 24 hours for everybody else. Go check that out. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.
Our tachyon pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.